Bro, welcome to your mid-November to mid-December love and relationship reading. I'm Psychic Medium Eric, bringing you your mid-November to mid-December love and relationship reading for the sign of Libra. I want to thank all my subscribers, old and new, for tuning into my channel. It's been a joy and a pleasure bringing this to you. Like I said, it's been a labor of love. You guys have been great. I like all the likes, shares, and comments. You guys have been great. I've enjoyed every bit of it. Next month, I have a special reading coming out for you guys. It's kind of my present to all you guys, and that'll be out in December. It'll be out. It's a really great reading, and I think you guys will like it. Be sure to look for that. And if you'd like a personal reading, check my description box, and you get all the information you have for a personal reading. Like I said, I want to thank everybody. And also thank everybody out there for the well wishes. I've been under the weather lately, so I've been a little bit sick lately, so I've been kind of a bit under the weather. So I want to thank everybody for all the well wishes and everything. Okay, Libra, let's get to your reading. Like I said, I separated from singles and couples. And the first one I'm up is Libra singles. So Libra singles, your overall energy is the Hermit. Right now, I feel like a lot of you single Libras out there are seeking or trying to find finding enlightenment right now, or looking for direction. I feel like a lot of you might be looking for direction when it comes to love and relationships right now. If you're a single Libra, some of you might be getting out of a relationship right now because your card, because you're what you have in the middle right now is you have the Emperor, the Death card, and the Five of Cups. Yeah, so some of you are leaving a relationship right now. Some of you might have decided just to leave a relationship because it wasn't working. So some of you singles out there might have just been just freshly left a relationship that wasn't working, and you decided to do it without emotion. You just did it. All right, you took the emotion out and you said this relationship isn't working, and I'm out. I'm done. That's why you're kind of in the hermit mode right now. So you're kind of seeking. You're going inward and you're seeking your own inner guidance right now. But don't worry about it. With loss, there's always, like I said, when you lose something, you're always going to gain something. So I feel like a lot of you are gaining insight, but that's not the only thing you guys are going to be gaining. Because of the rest of your reading, just because a relationship ends, guess what? A new cycle begins. So a lot of you single Libras out there are ready to embark on a new cycle or a new love relationship coming in. And the Fool is basically telling you to go for it. All right, so some of you just ended a relationship. Some of you might have a new relationship coming right back in. All right, but you needed to make this decision to end this relationship because it wasn't working. But like I said, you've got new doors opening for you. Like I said, once you close those old doors that you don't need anymore, new things will open up for you. So this is a very good card. And what you have also is the Chariot. So basically, things are going to start moving very quickly for you guys out there, all you single Libras out there. I feel like you've gotten rid of what you don't need anymore. You've ended a relationship that you needed to. You did a lot of soul searching, a lot of inner searching right now, and I feel like you're ready to move now. You've got a new opportunity opening up, and now you're ready to move. You're ready to go forward with your life. And that's a really, really good way of, that's a really, like I said, with the Fool and the Chariot, that's awesome because basically you guys are going to be up and going again. All right, like I said, all that other, like I said, you left something behind and you made that decision to leave it behind. You took all the emotion out and said, listen, this isn't working anymore. Now you have a new doorway opening, and now you're going to start moving very quickly. Another thing you're carrying forward with you is the Sun. You don't get much better than that. All right, so basically, yes, you do have another partner coming in for you. So if you guys are just recently out of a relationship, don't worry about it. You could do your inner soul searching, search, but guess what? You have light coming in too. And you got the Fool and the Chariot. So you got a lot of great cards coming in for new relationships coming out. I feel like it's time almost getting rid of, since we're coming up towards the end of the year now, it's almost time to get rid of anything that isn't working. Something that you don't want to carry into next year. So I feel like a lot of you, if you're in relationships that just aren't working, you're not going to want to carry those into next year. You want to kind of start the next year out with a new slate, or maybe even with a new partner. Some of you might be starting off with a new partner coming into next year, or the start of next year. So and you got really positive cards because you've left. You know what? You walked away. You may have lost, but also look at you have cups in the back, so you haven't lost everything. You've lost what you needed to. You lost what needed to go. And like I said, you've got a lot, and right above you is all positive cards with the Fool, the Chariot, and you're surrounded by the Sun. So this loss was necessary. That's why you might be a little bit soul searching now for you single Libras out there. So this loss may have been soul searching. Now it's making you soul search. And like I said, with the Death card, it's going to be a transformation to new love opportunities coming in. New opportunities that you're going to be very much willing to go for. And like I said, with the Chariot, things will be moving. Or some of you might be meeting somebody on a trip. It could also mean that too. So if you're taking a trip, you could meet a potential partner on a trip. Or a business venture, or hey, you can even meet somebody like a trip to the store, or a trip to the mall, something with travel. You might meet somebody, like I said, on your daily routine, or you might be traveling and you might meet somebody. Like I said, you've got the Sun going forward for you Libra, so that's awesome. And guess what the final outcome is? The Lovers. You got love coming in. So yeah, that's a very good reading. You've got the Lovers, and like I said, you got the Lovers. So, like I said, you've got love coming in like I said, after I feel like a lot of you are going to be releasing things that aren't working going into the next. So you're going to be starting the new year off with a fresh start. All right, like I said, you've got new love opportunities coming in. You left behind what you needed to leave behind. You made that decision without any emotions. You took everything out, and like I said, you might be doing a little bit soul searching now. But guess what? New relationship's going to come in with the Fool. We start with the Fool. And we end with the Lovers, because it could start off as friendship first. But guess what? It's going to end up in love. So yeah, a lot of you single Libras out there won't be single for very long. So that is the reading for you single Libras out there. Now, let's go over to you couple Libras. Couple Libras, your overall energy is the Flow, or the Wheel of Fortune, and the Four of Wands, joy and stability. So that is the basis of your reading now. Now, what I get from that base is a lot of you are waiting for your relationships to take that next step. I feel like a lot of your relationships are kind of like almost in the friendship stage right now, and you're ready to the relationships to take that next step. All right, some of you might feel it might be delays. You might feel like it's going slow right now, because your overall energy right now is the share the love, which is more about friendship or relationships right now. So I feel like some of you in a relationship right now, you're waiting for it to take the next step in the relationship. So some of you, like I said, and trust me, it will take the next step, especially with the Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Wands. Right now, it's just asking you to be patient right now. Let things play out. Let things develop. Don't rush it right now. All right, the communication in your relationships right now is choose your battles. Be careful. Things are going slow, but it's not worth fighting over. All right, so if your relationships, you're ready to take them to the next step, but your partner may be dragging their feet, you know what? Just be careful with your words, all right? Be careful with the words that you use. All right, because things usually go slow for a reason right now. So if you're waiting for your relationship to take the next step, and you're a bit impatient, you know what? Just pull back a bit and be careful about your words, okay? All right, just let things develop naturally, because that's what you've got right now. The strength you've got right now is the Observe card. You're waiting. You're looking at your relationship right now. You're standing back and observing. All right, and sometimes you need to do that, especially if things seem like they're going slow right now. Sometimes it's good to take a step back. You know what? Get new perspective, or a new perspective of why things are going so slow right now. All right, but trust me, your relationships will take the next step. I just feel like it's a bit halted right now, but that won't last permanently. Okay, and also, this is the most important card. Listen. Listen and observe, okay? Right now, it's a time where relationships may be stagnant, but listen, it's necessary. It's wanting you to listen to yourself, you know, to observe, to stand back a bit, okay, from your relationships, especially if they're not going fast or going where you want them to go faster. But trust me, by the beginning of the new year, you won't have to worry about that anymore. Things will pick up for you. I just feel like right now is kind of an observation period, and Like I said, your relationships are good right now, but I just feel like you guys want to push it up more, or just take that next step. And right now, I feel like it's kind of like in a stuck mode right now. But it's okay though, because it's just temporary and it'll just pass. Just listen to your inner guidance and observe the situation, or even ask somebody from the outside to take a look at your situation. Maybe they can give you some advice to help you. Okay. The reality of your relationship right now is control. All right, so basically this is about making decisions without emotion. It's making decisions about being balanced. You know what? It's balancing emotions. It's also balancing logic. In other words, it's saying do not do too much of either. You know, make it 50-50 right now. Like I said, especially if your partner may be dragging their feet, you may feel like, and you're sitting there, just be careful how you go about them, all right? Don't come too harshly at them, because they might be going through something too. So try to find out the the core issues with your relationship right now. I feel like once you can do that, it'll lighten everything up right now. But just use some control right now, all right? Especially with choose your battles in the communication. Just control yourself. Control. Don't let things get blown out of proportion right now. Especially if things aren't going the way you want to. Just don't let them get blown out of proportion. Okay. And try some simple love. Like I said, this is about the simple things in life. It might be going to a movie. It might be going out. Maybe your partner and you need to go out, reconnect. So this is all, like I said, this is all about little. I look at this as kind of like the even though it says simple love, you know, I feel like it's kind of like the little things in life that can help your relationship right now. Whether it's just going out to a dinner, going out to a movie, maybe go out on a little trip or something for the weekend, and you know, kind of reconnect with each other. I feel like that's important too, about reconnecting. All right, I feel like some of you couples should reconnect right now, especially if you're going through a little bit of turbulent times right now. I would say reconnect. All right, you know what? And understand if your partner's going through something now, because I always feel like work, and with the holidays coming up too, also, you got to take that into consideration. That also adds a lot of stress on relationships right now. So just be wary about that. So always don't neglect your relationship, even if there's a lot of stuff going on around you. All right? And like I said, don't worry about your relationships, because they will take the next step. All right? Next card you got is the Chariot. So yes, this is all, like I said, all this. So some of you couples are going through some stagnation right now. It's all going to move. So don't worry about it. It will move. Whether, like I said, I feel like a lot of you, if you start doing like little things like that, going out, open up the lines of communication, it'll help you to really move the situation along. So I feel like with the Chariot card, that's a really good card. With the Chariot, also with the Wheel of Fortune here too, or the Flow card, I feel like things are going to get up and going again once the new year begins. I feel like once the holidays are over, then I feel like a lot of the stresses and tensions will be gone, so it'll have you couples to really move forward. And then you could take the lead in the relationship. Yes, in other words, because you got a couple of threes here, and that's about communication. Yep, you got the Three of Cups and the Three of Wands. It's all about communication. It's about how you communicate. So I just feel like after all this stuff is gone, you guys will take the lead and things will definitely pick up for you guys. I see a lot. And this is about also, in a regular tarot deck, this is also about looking into the future. So yes, your relationships will be taking that next step. You will be taking future plans. You will be making future plans with your partners to take that relationship up to the next step. And finally, guess what? We get the new vitality. Yes. So even if your relationships are stagnant right now and there's nothing going on, do not worry about it. This is all pass. And you will have your new vitality. Your relationships will take the next step. It'll bring you a lot of passion and a lot of happiness for you Libras out there. So do not worry if things aren't going the way you want to right now. Like I said, you've got energy that's helping you to flow and the Four of Wands. So you will get your joy and stability. And a lot of your relationships will take the next step. Even if there's a little bit of a pause right now for some of these relationships, do not worry. It is just temporary. All right, Libras. That is your singles and couples relationship spread. I'm Psychic Medium Eric. It was a joy and pleasure bringing you your reading. Be sure to check out for the special reading next month. You guys are going to love it. Like I said, I've worked very hard on that. That'll be out in December. Not sure when, but it'll be out in December. And I want you guys to have a great rest of the month, and I will see you next month with your reading.